answer. So do you think women should not be able to volunteer to join the military?
Yes, they could. Yes, they should. Anybody should have the right to do what they want.
That's such a weird argument because the inverse would be true. So if you make the bold claim that, wait, you see, men are engineered to fight these wars. They're the best, the greatest, the finest who have ever existed at fighting wars. Women could never do it in a million years the way that they can. Again, I would totally agree with you. How is it that you can reconcile, though, that you should have the political power to send them off to fight one?
I didn't have no political power. I didn't choose for that.
I didn't ask you. Let her answer.
Hey, don't talk to my twin like that.
Well, I mean, I'm just being fair, right? I want to have the conversation with the person I'm having it with. The exchange I've had with both of you have been highly respectful. But let's have the convo. Go ahead.
Okay. So you're saying, sorry, can you rephrase the question one more time?
Yeah, so I agree with you. I totally agree with you. Men are going to be way better at fighting wars than women. And that is their general role. They are the best at it, the best of the best of the best of the best. Why should you have the political power to send them off to do that again?
I think that is, it's not the woman. I think there's too much emphasis on the women sending men off to war. It's the whole country as a total vote. It's not just, oh, me, if I say he has to go to war, then you guys have to go to war. No, it's literal. The way the government is set up, it's not based off of a woman's vote. It's literally not even the spot of all of us. It's like democracy.
Oh, well, if women's votes don't matter, then why do you want the right to vote?
It's as a whole. It's not just women. It's
so
women,
if as a whole,
men, as a whole.
Hang on. If as a whole, women's right to vote don't matter, then why do you want women to be able to vote?
That's not what I said. You're
so then as a whole, their vote does matter?
As a whole, it does make a difference, but it's not the entirety of the decision.
They can vote, and that could influence us to go to war?
So that's why I feel like you're invalid for your statement, because it doesn't make sense.
I see. So, well, let's find out.
It's not in the process of the government.
Okay, well, let us test the logic here and see.
It takes so much more to send women and to send men off of
Well, let us find out which one of our logic makes the most sense.
Right.
So we start with women. Wait a second, my vote doesn't matter. I'm just a lonely female, and it's a collective of females. It's like, okay, I can accept that. It's a collective of women. But then if I say, well, wait, if women's votes don't matter, then why do you want the right to vote? You say, well, women's votes do matter. If that is true, then you are admitting that collectively women can influence the electoral process, which could include influencing the deciding factor on whether or not men go to war.
Yeah, because it's the humanity of your life. Like, you're putting your life in the hands of your government. And a woman lives here too. A woman lives in that other country too that they're going to war with. Why are you saying, oh, I don't care about your life? Your life matters, whether or not you're a man, whether or not you're a woman, whether or not you're fighting on the front basis.
Yes, but because you're incapable
you are in this country, you have a right to say what your life is here for.
That's a really easy thing to state, that, hey, wait a second, I do understand that this is going to be a thing fought by men, and so I'm using the vote responsibly. There's no possible way for us to trust that, considering that you can vote for this thing and never suffer the negative repercussions of it.
They are suffering the repercussions. They absolutely are. Just not as equal to men. Just not as equal.
You're not suffering the negative repercussions of it. You're voting to send men off to fight your battles for you. You say this is what they're ontologically supposed to do. Their telos, their purpose, what they're ingrained to do is to fight wars. I even agree with that.
How is not losing someone you love
then why can't men stop? Hang on, let me ask the question, then he can answer. If it is so that it is their purpose to fight war, if it is so that it is ingrained in them to go and protect women and children and other men who are, enfeebled, then why shouldn't the destiny of who they fight the war with be solely in their own hands?
You think it should be solely in a man's hands?
It should be solely in the hands of those who have the potential to go fight the war, not in those who do not.
Okay.
Can you tell me why that's wrong?
That's not wrong.
It's not wrong.
That's not wrong. I never said
that's why I don't want you to vote. That's why. You just said it's not wrong.
It's not wrong to feel that way.
It's not wrong.
It's not wrong, yeah, because what is wrong? Who am I to say that is wrong? Wrong means that is haram. That is against God's nature.
Well,
so
wait a second.
Wrong.
That's funny that you bring up epistemology. You bring up the grounding foundation of all of your morals comes from God. So does mine.
Okay, so then why should I say that that's wrong?
When you say wrong,
that's not wrong.
Hang on. When you say wrong, you're agreeing with me that all right and wrong comes from God, right?
Think
It's
about-
not wrong
think
for you
of it
to
all
feel that
gifted
way.
memberships or subs.
That's
Hang on.
just to
Are you
and
agreeing
you're-
that
and
all
you're
right
as a
and
man.
wrong comes from God?
Yes.
And is God masculine or is God feminine?
Neither. It's the highest.
Unfathomable.
Neither. The highest. So the
Why would I
highest
put
of
him
the
as
high.
why would I put God as a he or she? It's neither.
Oh, I see. And the highest prophet of God, was that a male or a female?
Male.
All prophets are
are
males.
males.
All prophets are. That's really weird. That all prophets are male.
Because they're the leader.
And all those
They're
prophets. Hang
leaders.
on.
These men are
All those
leaders. I'm not-
prophets
that's why she
who
said
were
go do-
males.
that's why she said
Hang on,
go to
hang on. I just
war,
wanna
go to
make sure
your
I got this
job.
right.
Go lead for the country.
Chill out. Okay. I'm sorry. Do you think that Christians aren't patriarchist? Did you have that
I love
confused?
Christians. What?
Yeah, Christians are patriarchists as well. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
I
go lead
love
for a
Christian
Muslim
people.
nation because I'm a Christian
are you talking
patriarchist.
about?
But if all of your prophets are male, well, that's really weird. How come God doesn't want his message sent through women?
I'm not sure. I'm not God.
You're not sure?
I'm not God. How am I supposed to answer that
You're not
question?
sure? Does God want you to have
Put that in the
authority over
Quran,
men?
and I would answer that question. If you put that in the Bible,
Does
we
God
would be
want
able
you to have
answer that
authority
question.
over men?
No,
No. Then why the fuck can you vote for when they go to war?
Because it's our right. And
it's
I don't
our
wanna take it away.
right. It's our right because we're alive in this too. We have
Oh,
a
I
part
see.
to war. Women have a central part in war. And you're trying to dismiss us because it's not as a negative. It is negative, but not as negative. You are right about that, but it's still negative
Yeah.
for a woman to lose her love of her life, to lose her father, to lose her whole family in war.
That's
It's
fair. That's a
still
fair
a
argument. Hey,
negative-
that's a fair argument too.
We have
So
a
let me
part
just
in
ask
war,
you-
and I hate that you guys are trying to say it's all men. Only
It-
war is about
it is.
men. Men are about war. It's only
It
that
is.
they're the only ones that suffer the
No,
consequences.
that's your argument. That's actually your argument to say men should
not.
fight the war. Your argument is to say men should fight the war because they're the
Men
most
die and
equipped
change
and they're the
all
most.
of our lives. It changes
You
all of
gotta
our lives.
hang on. You gotta let me finish my point, and then I'll let you finish yours.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
It's actually your point to say men are the most badass and they're the ones who need to fight because that's what a man does. That's what a man does. He goes out and he fights all those wars for you. It's like, okay, fair enough. That's what a man does on behalf of you.
Wait,
So
make
if
that face one
is
more
true,
time. Make the face one
That-
more
that's-
time, Edge.
That's what a man does for you. If it is so,
Yo, clip it and ship it, boys.
that's what a man does on behalf of you, then why is it that you should have the right to vote to make him do that instead of him, who, by the way, you have admitted your God only speaks through prophets, which are men. You have admitted women are not to have authority over men. Why in the fucking world, then, according to your own worldview, should you have the authority to send men off to war ever, or any female politician ever?
Okay, you done?
Ever.
Are you done?
I'm done.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
great. I was just waiting. Okay, so basically, I just have a simple point: is that you are right about the prophets being men should be a leader in life with women when it comes to like leadership in political parties and so forth. But it doesn't take away that a woman is just as important in the message the prophets have to give. Who was his mother? Miriam. She was so important in his message. She was so
Wait,
important.
Miriam?
His mom, Jesus' mom. What are you talking
You
about?
mean Mary?
Her name is Miriam.
She said.
No, she said Miriam.
That's her name.
Mary.
It's Mary.
Well, that's
but
like
okay.
that's for
It's-
other. It's
yeah.
it's
Maximus,
the
what was the
same thing.
philosopher?
okay. If you guys literally stop thinking from a Christian point of view, it's
Yeah.
all religions don't call her Mary. In my religion, I call her
No,
Mary.
I understand. Okay, I
It's
get
not
it. From
just
your perspective, you're calling her
Christian
Mary. Got it.
ideology is Mary. Okay, I respect it, but how I say her name is Miriam.
Okay, move on.
Okay.
And the point of what I'm saying is a woman has a part into every piece of a man's life. That's why Eve
So?
came from Adam.
Did Mary
So-
have authority over Christ?
I'm not saying the woman has authority, and you're using manipulative
Then why in
words
the
to
world
say
do
that
you
a
think that
woman
it's okay for you to
has
have
authority
authority?
over a man's life in war. That's
Okay,
not
I need
the truth.
to
The
just- let me-
statistically and educationally, like when it comes to government, like process of voting, a woman does not have the full control or over superiority of a man going to war. That's definitely not true.
Okay, so let me try this out again. I'm just going to ask hyper specifically.
Okay, hyper specifically. Yes.
In your religion, yes or no, should women ever have authority over men? Ever?
No.
No. So in the political process, should women have authority over men ever?
No, I'm not there. They don't. They don't
No.
have it. They don't
And
have that
right now,
Humanity has
are there,
made-
hang on, right now, are there female politicians in the United States who have authority over women, or men, right now? Right now, are there women who have authority over men in the United States?
Yes. Yeah.
And should they?
No, not to from my
No,
standpoint.
they shouldn't.
No.
So no woman should ever be able to, in Congress or as president or as senator, ever be able to cast a single vote in a position of authority in the United States. Yes or no?
It's undecided for me because I'm not.
No,
I'm
answer
not as
my
knowledgeable
question.
into
Don't
that.
deflect.
No, I'm not as in. I'm not
Don't
in that
deflect.
political
Plead
the
field. I plead the fifth because I'm not in that political field.
I
I don't
plead
know
the
if there's a
fifth.
woman righteous enough.
Just
I don't
answer
know
the
that.
question.
Because there may be a woman righteous enough to do that. She might.
Oh man!
have
So
that.
let me get this right. I ask you:
In
should a
this
woman
day and
ever have
age, you
authority
never
over a
know.
man? Answer: no. Should a female politician ever have authority over a man? Answer: no. Then why is it that you should be able to vote for a female politician that has authority over a man? Your answer: I plead the fucking fifth. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do we have that about right?
It's because
Did
it's
we
just-
reduce your position down to where it needs to be yet?
Please, for the love of God, I hope you have.
Oh no. I thought she was going to say something else.
So can you
No.
answer my last question? Should a female politician ever have the authority to send a man to war? Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
You don't know. Okay.
Please
Yeah,
the fifth.
well.
End of discussion.
Got to move it on. Got to move it on. We do have Stifler. Ask everyone to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Can't pick 7. Starting with you. Go ahead.
5.
Into the mics, guys.
My own looks?
Yeah, looks.
10.
Okay.
I don't know, 8.
Sure, I would have to say 10.
Yeah, 10. I self-love.
6.
Like a 5.5. I'll say 5.
6.5.
Give myself a 5. Andrew,
4.
4. So we've got 10, 8.
Why do all the women
10,
laugh at that?
10.
Like, what the, am I way more attractive than I think I am? You should just look at me then and be like, Andrew, you're so handsome. It's ridiculous. Like, we just can't even control ourselves. Why else would they laugh? Is it less? Should it be a 3? Like, what am I getting wrong here?
Wait, can I ask
Should
a
be at
question?
least a 6, Andrew.
Yeah.
Wait, why do people rate themselves less than a 10? Like I'm curious
Yeah.
as to why you guys think you're not.
That's a good question.
There's
So
room for
what-
improvement. So,
Yeah, so
God
what
made
we're
you
trying to
perfect.
ascertain is whether or not you think you're perfect.
You don't need any improvement
No,
at
it's
all.
not
Well, actually, Andrew, we're trying to ascertain if you're delusional.
Yeah, but that would be the claim of perfection.
Sure.
So anybody who would claim that they were perfect would be delusional.
Oh, you're
right?
saying 10
This
is
would
you're saying
inside
10
of-
is perfect?
Yeah, so when we're rating a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the max, right?
Yeah.
Physically.
So
she said
yeah,
looks.
perfect, physically perfect. Can anything be above a 10?
Word perfect. I didn't say
Can,
the word
can
perfect
anything
is
be
too.
okay? Well, then hang on. Just follow my logic. Can anything in the scale of 1 to 10 be higher than 10?
No.
No,
So
but nobody
right,
said perfect.
So, yeah, so if 10 is the highest, that means that you're counting yourself among the elite, least percentile on planet Earth. I don't even know if there's a 10 which exists, but if there was, you're claiming that that is you. The most
no,
beautiful
I didn't
of the
see the
beautiful
question in
of
that
the
way.
beautiful.
I didn't see the question that way. I think everything is imperfect. So the word perfect to me doesn't stand in that question of physically 10. I think that everyone at this table is absolutely beautiful. So I would rate everyone here 10, including myself.
Let's. I think that's fair. So let's back up and kind of address
Because
the
I
claim.
don't believe
Again,
in
that's
perfection.
a good argument. Hang
You're
on.
using the word perfection as in that's 10.
You
10 is
know what?
perfection because that's your perception. That's
Now I
not my
understand
perception.
what I get it. Now I understand what you mean by perfect. And I understand that you're also are yielding to a God you consider only God to be perfect, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct? That's your standard of perfection, right?
Yes.
Both of you?
Yes.
I mean,
I can't
both,
take it seriously. I don't
both
Guys,
one.
into the mics, please.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if you're only considering God perfect, that's fine, okay? Though I don't know how you would be able to ascertain the physical beauty of God, we will still assume that under your worldview, the physical beauty of God is a 10 along with every
I think
other
myself,
characteristic.
including everyone else,
hang
is
on,
not
because that is perfection.
perfectly physical. No.
Okay, I get it. But what I'm saying to you is that in this scale, we're only talking about physical characteristics. 10 being the highest possible, so let me reframe.
Yeah, 10. I think everyone's a 10 up in here.
Stop, and let me finish. Let me reframe the question so that you understand it better, understanding your paradigm. If 1,000 men, random, meaning, again, I can't emphasize this enough, random. In fact, repeat back the word random so I know that you know what I mean. Because I've asked this question a million times, I just need to know you know it. Yeah, random, okay. So 1,000 random men, they're at a fair, and you're in a beauty contest, and they bring you up. And they say, okay, guys, you can go from 1 to 10 on her beauty, okay? And the average of what all of you determine her beauty to be is what we'll go with. So this guy raises 2, this guy raises 4, this guy raises 7, this guy raises 10. What do you think the average, the collective of all 1,000 of the men would put you numerically?
We're going to start with you, and then we're going to ask you 4. Go ahead.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What I think that they would think of me.
Did you hear what he was saying?
He said, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a hard question to answer.
Okay, so you answered 10.
Yeah.
So in the scenario that he gave you, what do you think they would give you? The 1,000 random men. On average.
I want to say 10. Shit.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
it's
What about
fine.
you? You said 8. What would the 1,000 men give you?
Average, I don't know, maybe 7. Because I don't know.
This is difficult because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so.
That's why we have 1,000 beholders, and we're asking you to average what you think they'd say.
But I don't know their perception on beauty. If they like Western beauty, if they like blondes, blue
They like
hair.
Western beauty.
I'm not Western beauty.
Yeah, great. So anyway, they like Western beauty.
So then I wouldn't I wouldn't
Into
apply
the
to
mic.
this. I wouldn't apply to this scenario because if people like Western beauty, that's blonde hair, blue eyes, lighter skin. I'm the opposite of that.
Okay, fine. They value Eastern beauty.
Then she would be a
I
10.
would still be a 10. I view myself
It
as
just
a 10.
depends on what you
Self-love. I
love.
don't know.
Yeah,
I know that you view yourself as a 10. My question is not how
they
you
would
hang
be
on.
attracted to her just as much as she's attracted to herself.
Hang on. I just want you to repeat for me. What's my actual question to you? Can you repeat it for me?
The question that you're asking is if there's 1,000 men, what is the average of what is the rate that they're going to give you on average based off of the 1,000 men that are looking at you in the beauty pageant?
Yes.
Am I
Can you
taking?
answer
Is that
my
correct?
question?
That's correct. Right?
Yeah,
They're gonna rate you a 10.
So answer the question. for the both of
Like
you.
she said, depending on where we are, like if I'm in
Okay, you're out
Middle
east.
East,
For
or
the
if I'm
love
in,
of God, give
You're
a
in
number.
you're in east. You're as east as you can go, or as central east, wherever the
No,
fuck
'cause
you
this
want. I don't
matters.
care.
That's why I'm like,
Whatever
it
you
has
think
to
it'll be.
Okay, yeah, if it was in my side of where I was raised, where I was blood born, then yeah, I would be a 10. But if I was in
You'd be a
America,
10 where?
where I was blood.
Where were you born?
Where's that?
Well, I'm Egyptian. We're full blood Egyptian.
You think it'd be a 10 in Egypt?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I already know
All
that.
right. And so then,
So all 1,000 men would hold up a sign saying
Yes,
10.
yes, 100%.
Oh, okay.
and then,
And now I just want you to look at me and say, Andrew, I just want these words. Can you look right in the camera? Just look at the camera. Whatever camera's the closest to you, look right at it and say,
Right here.
Andrew, I'm not delusional.
This camera.
Every man in Egypt would say I'm a 10.
I wouldn't. No, I'm not saying that because
Every
that's not.
man.
See, your words are very manipulative. You just said
Oh, no, they're
1,000.
not. If it's a
then you just
1,000 out of
said,
1,000,
every man.
you could.
But yeah, I
you
would
could
think that I would love
never have
to
a
think.
sample size higher than 1,000
I would
out
love
of
to
1,000
think that
saying
I would
something.
love to think that every man in Egypt finds me beautiful. Yes, I would love to think that. That is
Well,
my opinion
my question
on
isn't what
myself.
you'd like to think. My question is what you actually think.
your
That is
question
what I
isn't-
think.
your question
What I
isn't
like to
even-
think is what I think.
It's not even valid.
It's
Like,
about my
we don't
self-love
know-
and
Why
how I
isn't my
perceive
question
myself.
valid?
Because how are we supposed to know what other men think? I'm a woman. I don't have the mind
Well,
of a
I'm not.
man.
I'm
I
not.
don't
I'm not
know.
asking you to know what
You
they
are
think.
asking me. You're asking me to. How would they judge me? How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, I'm just asking what you think they would guess.
I don't know. Whatever they guess. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's an invalid
Okay.
question.
I'll take
It's
a
an
crack.
invalid question. Okay, hang on. I got it. It's an invalid question. If a bird hit that window doing 1,000 miles an hour, what do you think would happen?
They would die.
Oh, wait, suddenly, when it comes to a hypothetical, you can, even though it hasn't happened, you don't know exactly what would happen, you can somehow make a guess as to what would happen. But in this case, your brain, it's empty. You have no idea what they'd ever say.
You're hurting my brain.
Yeah, I'm sure. And every Egyptian man would agree with me.
No, they wouldn't.
I don't even think we should grant this,
No, they wouldn't.
this geographical move. You guys currently reside in the United States, so what would men,
In the United States.
a cross-section of men
I
who
think
live
I
in
would
the
be,
United
and
States?
I think I would be at 8 to 9. 9. I would say 9 in my.
9. Okay,
Yeah,
what about
9
you?
for me.
You
Yeah,
guys
I
are
would say the
twins,
same.
so
I would say the same
okay, yeah.
answer. Yeah.
9. Okay. So still 10, 9, 9. Somebody gonna tell him? Somebody tell him? Madison, you want to tell him? Morgan, you want to tell him?
So it would actually, I just want to let you know that what you're saying is that you think 1,000 out of 1,000 men would essentially vote 9 or 10 or 8 for every single one of you to the point that you would average out to a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
This
I think
would
that
put
everyone
you
in
at
this
the
table-
highest, hang on, this would put you at the highest beauty standards of the entirety of planet Earth, the highest possible beauty standards. So that you
Yeah.
understand what that means,
Yes.
every single woman who has come on this podcast has given a similar answer to that, which means that either A, Brian Atlas only books the most beautiful women in the world
True.
to come on whatever,
Hottest chicks.
or the more likely possibility. If, for instance, if I were to ask you this question, you two twins in the back, and I'll let you both answer. If you right now
You just
had
said
to
that like
make
I'm
a
in trouble.
gamble, hang on, had to make a gamble, and if you were wrong on the gamble, you instantly drop dead. That was the consequence of the
That's
gamble.
fine.
If you had to either gamble, A, that Brian Atlas brings the most beautiful women on the podcast ever,
It's true.
or B, that the women who mostly come on the podcast are delusional when it comes to self-ratings, which way would you gamble?
I would not gamble because it's haram, first of all.
Yeah, I know, but you
You're
had
asking me the
to.
wrong. You're asking mom.
If
You're
you
asking the wrong person.
If
so
you
I'm sorry.
had to.
Yeah, I know,
I can't, it's
know.
against
but
my religion.
Hey, you know what's not haram? A hypothetical. So engage in the
Okay,
hypothetical.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I just don't understand why do you want us to look at ourselves lower?
No.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on,
Answer
hold
the
on.
question.
Why?
Hold on.
I don't get
You can't
that.
weasel answer his question.
just don't understand.
I'm more than happy to be humbled by saying I'm a 1. I would say that I could be a 1. I'd be
Yeah, I
happy
know.
with that
Can you
answer.
answer my question?
Yeah, answer the actual question.
Wait, what was the question?
The question is, if you had to gamble and the stakes were your life, would you either gamble A, that Brian Atlas brings the most beautiful women in the world on his podcast and fills the entire podcast with them, or B, that most of the women who come on the podcast are delusional
A.
when it comes to their
A.
self-rating?
A,
Hang on,
because-
hang
yeah,
on.
A.
You didn't even hear the second part of the
know, the
question.
Yeah, I
Or
heard. I
you'll
remembered.
die,
Or you will
How can you
die.
answer before you even heard the
Because I
second
know the
part
answer.
of the
That
question?
I know the answer. It's not delusion. You shouldn't feel like a woman who self-love or whatever thinks that
think
everyone
they're
here is beautiful is delusional. That's self-hate.
That's not what it is.
trying to spread hate.
The
What is it?
question
Then
is
what
not
is it?
whether or not you shouldn't have a high estimate or a high estimate of your own looks. The question is diverting to the gaze of males and whether or not men would judge you the same way you judge yourself.
That question is
Your
invalid.
hang on. Your answer is yes, they would. And so my question becomes, if that is so, and every single woman who comes on this podcast gives a similar answer, then that would be conceding that Brian Atlas just has the most
Yes.
beautiful women on his podcast.
Yes, and then that audience would agree by placebo effect. Placebo effect. Because when everyone is like, oh wow, like I'm so
placebo
beautiful,
effect.
or they think that they're very beautiful up in here, like all the people
Do
here.
you
that-
realize that the
Favorite kind of
placebo
gazebo.
effect would indicate that you
Gazebo
were
effect.
wrong? The placebo
wouldn't.
effect is saying there is no actual consequence here, but it's make believe and all in your head.
heads, yes,
The placebo
that's what I'm
effect
saying.
is a delusion. Do you realize that?
He got you.
Wait, what?
He's right.
The placebo effect is a delusion.
It's yeah.
But that's not what I feel like
Yeah,
he was trying
you
to say.
say
No,
it's
I'm saying
delusional.
the people watching. I didn't say the women. I said it's the placebo effect on the
Oh, you
people.
said- you
You're
said
not
women.
listening to my goddamn statement. You're just sitting up here
Come on,
talking
you
so
said
damn
the
much. You're
women,
not
it
even
would be the
listening.
placebo effect.
I just said it's a placebo effect on the audience, not the people
Women
on here.
themselves.
You're just
Oh, it's not the.
You're
it's not,
delusional. You're delusional.
So do you think that the women, all of the women who come on the whatever podcast, just happen to be the most beautiful women in the whole world, or do you think that they might have a slightly higher estimation of themselves than the general public would?
I would like to see a woman be self-confident in herself, and I would
What does
not
it have
like
to do with confidence?
because
Not
because
question.
How are you
view
going to
yourself.
say that
You look in
they
the
are
mirror,
naturally attractive? That's on your
You look in the
opinion.
mirror and you
That's
think
your
you're a one?
opinion.
Like, no.
Based on how you were raised, based off of your programming is telling me that I am beautiful to you off of 1 to 10. Why do I give a damn? I don't. So why would
Well, you
I
don't,
think
but
in
that's
the
not the
way of a
question.
man? I'm
Yeah,
not going to
yeah,
think
I
in a
know.
way
Can
of a
you answer
man.
the question?
That's why the question is not. It's like
Nobody
it's just
gives
to
a shit about
debunk
the
because
diatribes.
we
Just
are
answer
not
the
men.
question.
How will we know that?
yeah, we
So
don't
we can
know
only
that.
give our estimated guess based off ourselves, based off of a woman's standpoint.
think
All
of
right, hang
myself.
on. I get it now. Due to the fact that leprechauns and unicorns mate in the sky and there's rainbows underneath Skittles on top of hills which exist within ants who are chocolate covered, leflipidoos are often green.
Well, I'm just
Can
going
you
based
answer the
off of my
fucking
life
question I
experience,
asked,
to be
Or are you
honest.
going to keep obfuscating into shit that I don't care about? My question is, does Brian Atlas bring on the most beautiful women in the world?
Yes, I already said
Or,
answer.
alternatively, do they have a higher estimation of themselves than they actually believe that they do? That's my question.
Number one.
Answer the question.
Number one, I answered it. I circled it 3 times.
No,
A.
you didn't. What you did was you said
Tilt
that
your mic
unicorns
down.
live underground with gophers and sometimes they wear green hats.
Well,
Nobody
you're
gives a
just
shit. Answer
delusional,
the
so that's why
question.
you're mad that you want me to join your delusional.
Answer the
I
question.
did.
You didn't. Saying that you answered the question doesn't mean you answered it. It just means that you're full of shit. Answer the question.
I'm full of shit.
Wait, Andrew, isn't a component of the question under threat of death? So,
Yes.
like, they would die, basically. Okay.
No, what's going on is they actually haven't answered the question. They've gone out of their way to do everything but answer it. So I'm going to ask one more time. This time, just
You don't
give
have
me
to.
the
You know what?
direct-
I'll just give you what you
I
want.
just want-
I'm gonna give
okay,
you what
yeah,
you
yeah, give me
want.
the direct question.
We are saying what we think is our higher self, whatever you want to say. That's my answer.
What? And if your higher self were to not map onto reality, but you thought it would have a better effect
Well, I
on
do think I'm a 10,
society-
so
hang
why
on,
should I
hang
say
on,
that I'm
stop.
not?
Let me ask the question. If you were to think that whatever the higher self of people was, even if it was a lie, but it had a better effect, would you still recommend that people go with their higher self?
Yes.
Then
Why
you
wouldn't
have
would
just
you?
stated
Would
that
you?
there's no reason
Would you?
to ever believe you when you say your higher self, ever.
Would you? Would you go with your lower self or your higher self?
I would go with reality.
Which is what?
Which is what?
Reality
do
would
women
be
rate you?
some type of, in this particular case, inside the context of the question, the objective reality
What do
of
you rate me?
If I were to take, stop, I'm answering the question. If I were to take 1,000 women and they were to all rate me based on Western standards of beauty, I think that collectively they would come up with something pretty close to a
Can we
4.
rate you?
Sure, go ahead.
Wait, can it be a table thing? Because I don't want to be the only one.
Sure, go ahead.
There you go. Should we start?
And you know what I'll do?
You get to
Let
go
me see what
first.
happens
I would
if
say
I average
I would
this.
really say that you're like a 7. Like you're giving like Prince vibes. Like you
I
just
would
grew
say you're a
up.
liar, but no, just physical beauty.
Yeah,
Physical
I'm
beauty.
talking about physical beauty.
Only.
Like, you look like a 7. You look like
You've
you're
never heard me say a
you look
word.
like you were
I'm
like a
just
former
walking around.
prince, like somebody that used to be a prince back when he was younger.
Yeah.
Like you're a
Okay.
7. Yeah.
7.
I feel the same way.
Into the mics, guys.
I feel the same way. I feel like you have a lot of features that make a prince,
did.
and when I watch certain things, I call certain men a prince. I feel like you would be a prince. I don't know how
European beauty.
old
You know what?
are right
Rate
now,
Brian
but I can
instead. Do
see-
that.
I can
Let's see if we get closer to a 5 with Brian. I did not realize that I was regal and walked around with a robe
You're
and had a
Aladdin.
nice scepter. I did not realize that I was princely
look what that
material.
did.
But perhaps Brian
Self-confidence.
is more peasant material. Let's
It's
try
that
Brian
luscious hair
instead.
and that beard. Come on now.
Exactly. That's
you.
exactly what I mean. Like in your
It's
eyes.
a 7. It
I
is
think
that.
you have blue eyes. Are
I
your
mean,
eyes blue or am I tripping?
Look at you smiling. Now you're
No,
an
my
8.
eyes-
Stop
my
it,
eyes are blue,
Andrew.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean.
All right.
Brian's eyes are also blue, just so you know.
Why are you deflecting? Just accept. Just accept the compliments. You're a 7. Just take it.
Do you know, hang on, you do realize that after hearing so many self-delusional answers from you, all of you, there's no actual way for me to believe that any type of fluffing up of the ego, which you are currently attempting in order to obfuscate from questions, means that it is in any way based in the reality of what you actually think. It can't be so, because when I ask you what you think of yourselves, the answers are clearly so fucking delusional, I don't believe you believe it.
I believe it. Put me in a lie detector. Put me in a motherfucking lie detector. Then ask me that dang question again.
But you're a preference.
All right,
Preference-wise,
I'll
you're a
tangle.
7.
All right.
I'll tangle on this for a little bit, Andrew. I'll take the reins. So, a couple questions here. Do you think all women are 10s?
Not every woman, but yeah, I think that like a majority of people here today are 10s.
The majority of women here are 10s.
Yes.
Why don't you guys just scoot into the table so you don't have to?
Yes, sorry.
Be,
I'm trying.
All right.
Sorry.
So, what about just women in general?
I feel like
Yes.
everyone has beauty to them.
Yeah.
Everyone has like something beautiful about them that no one else can
So, do
really
you think,
have.
since you're saying all the women here are 10s, you're just, in terms of looks, you're not better looking than any of the women here?
No.
Everyone here is just equal in looks.
I didn't say equal, but they all have something that's, I would say, that's more, in
Yeah,
my
they're
opinion,
different.
more beautiful
Yes, they
than the
look
other, and we're
different. They
Yeah.
look different, but in terms of their Burmese, thank for the gifted 20. In terms of their,
No one's equal. They all have different
yeah,
unique
there's
features.
some people have blue
Physically.
eyes, some people have blonde hair. We get that, but there could be a blonde who's a 10, a brunette who's a 10, and a blonde who's a 7, and a brunette who's a 7.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even in that 7, even the one
But so
that's a
everyone
7,
here is just comparable in terms of their physical attractiveness.
Yeah, I would say it's in the high 8
Okay.
and 10s. Like everyone here has have a very beautiful thing about them.
Everyone's in the
physically.
what?
They have majority of people here have very beautiful physical features.
Okay. Are you the most attractive girl here, or
No.
just everybody's just equal?
It's not equal. It's just everyone has different
own unique features.
Yeah, I know
that
they're
make them
unique,
that.
but, like-
and I wouldn't say that could equate to that. Like, there's no equality towards beauty.
And she's
It's,
not saying like,
different.
oh, I'm more beautiful than everyone else here. She's saying that everyone has their own
Right.
beauty,
Okay,
and I
couple
have my own
questions.
beauty.
Like, there's
So
different.
you kind of reject this, the hierarchy of appearance, then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
This is not me.
Would you? Do you guys have a height preference?
Wait, am I going on a date with somebody here?
No, just answer the question. Do you have a height preference? How tall are you?
No, I don't have a height
You
preference.
don't care. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
And I'm assuming you're 5'6" too,
No,
given the
she's
twin.
5'5" and a half.
5'5" and a
Yeah.
half. She's an inch taller.
Okay, so you're 5'6". Do you have a height preference when it comes to men?
Yeah, I prefer tall men,
Mm.
taller men.
Okay, so what are we talking here? What's the minimum?
6'1".
6'1". Okay, so that puts men. That's about I believe that's they have to be in the 10th percentile to that's the top 10% of height to be 6'1". You've not had a relationship, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay. Of the men that you've dated, even short term, what was the last guy you dated? How tall was he?
6'2",
What about the guy before that?
5'8".
What about the guy before that?
None.
Just the two guys. Okay, so 6'2", 5'8". All right. And then what about you? Last guy you dated? The
Yeah, I would say he was 6'3".
6'3". Okay, so it's interestingly enough, even though, well, so you guys do care about height then?
Not necessarily, but if it comes with it, then hey,
It's
I'm
something
not.
that-
Yeah.
complaining.
Would you date a guy who's shorter than you?
I don't know. It just depends on who he is, his character.
Yeah, I don't really know. It depends on character as well.
Yeah.
Would he have to make up for it?
No, the thing is, like, I wouldn't really, like, height is not a big thing to me. It's more
You don't
like
care
if
at
I'm
all?
if the energy, the vibe, and
Yeah.
everything that it's
Sure.
morally
Let's assume
standing.
the
like,
energy's the vibe. is
everything's
good.
perfect, then yeah. If everything's
No,
going
not
well,
perfect. Not perfect.
Not
It's just
perfect, but
good.
aligning, like,
it's just good.
if you're aligning with me, then yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, maybe you would date a 5'5" billionaire who's like got a huge PP and his face is perfect and he's the sweetest guy ever. Maybe you'll accept dating a short guy then, but I'm just saying, would you date like a normal guy who's
Yeah,
5'5"?
yeah. If it's
Okay.
if we're aligned mentally, physically, like we like to
Sure.
do the same things spiritually.
Okay.
Like I'm just
but
being aligned.
conveniently,
Based off physicality, no. Just if that's solely based off physicality, but that's not even something I would do.
So but then you don't have a height preference then.
No,
I thought
I don't.
didn't you just say you do though?
You asked.
I said
her.
I
You
said that
prefer,
I would
yes,
after
you
experiencing
prefer.
a taller guy. Yeah, it's just nicer.
you do
It's
have
a
a
little bit more
preference.
submissive. No,
It's more submissive.
for me.
Okay, so you are rank ordering men based on their physical appearance.
No,
Yes.
because I was with somebody that was basically the same height as me.
5'8".
Yeah,
That's 1 inch off of the average.
but my
male height.
hair.
What does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
5'8". With this hair, I'm up
Okay.
here. We're the same height.
All right, and then what about? Are there any other physical, like you date an obese guy
No.
No?
If you don't, I would not date an obese guy.
because of how it looks?
No, because
for-
it's just like it's kind of haram in my religion to be obese because it's like you have to love
care
life,
of your
love
body,
life,
take care
take
of
care of your
yourself.
body, take care of yourself. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you're naturally just a chubby person, that's fine. But if you're obese, that's another thing. That's another thing.
Okay. Have you ever known a girl who you've maybe heard of this phenomenon of like a good-looking girl who's dating like a guy who's kind of mid?
Yeah, an ugly
Yeah,
guy.
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But what? So why are you able to make a determination as to a guy's physical appearance, but you can't make a determination as to women's physical
Because
appearance?
I see women differently than I see men.
Why? How do you see women differently than you see men?
I don't look at women's physicality
So you
and men's
objectify
physical.
men, but you don't objectify.
I never
women.
objectified a man.
Isn't that exactly what you're doing?
What am
You're-
I doing?
You're objectifying
I
them
never
based on
said.
their appearance.
What did I say? That was objectifying the man off his appearance.
You said, I don't treat women X way, but
No,
I do
I
treat
don't
men
view
this way.
women how she views men.
Men, yeah.
When she looks at
I
a
didn't
woman,
say treat.
she notices her beauty.
Okay, then
versus a
disregard the
man.
objectify comment. How are you able to make determinations as to physical appearance when it comes to men, but not women?
Because I see women differently.
How do you see them
I
differently?
don't see this. I don't see her as someone I'm going to marry. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? I'm not.
So
lesbian.
even if people your own sex, you can't make any determinations as to somebody's like maybe you can't
It's just
precisely.
not as serious to me when it comes to a woman. I just appreciate her beauty. I'm not going to sit here and really examine her because she's not someone I'm going to have kids with. I'm not.
So
gay.
if you were a talent agent for a modeling agency and knowing that modeling work, typically, not always, but typically tends to prefer to have people who are physically attractive and good looking, you would just be incapable.
I've seen a lot of
let me
Asian
finish.
models that
You
are
would just be incapable of making any determinations as to women's physical appearance.
I actually disagree with you. Modeling agencies
What do you
not.
disagree?
Modeling
What does
agencies
that have
look for
anything-
different people that look different. You don't have to be physically attractive. If you look different, they want you. You don't have to be beautiful. You could look so crazy to other people, and everyone could bully you and say that you're ugly as hell
Okay.
your whole time.
It's
but you got signed.
2005, and it's
got
fucking.
signed.
You work for Abercrombie and Fitch or whatever the
They're
fuck that
racist.
company
I don't even
was.
debunk them.
Who cares? You work for that company. It's 2005, before all this woke bullshit about like putting obese models out there. So, okay. So you're the talent scout for this company, and your job is to find attractive people. You would be incapable of making determinations
No, I
as to a
am.
woman's physical
I am.
appearance.
I am.
Okay. So then how is it that you view men and women differently in this regard?
I'm just saying that, like, with a woman's beauty, it's just more, it's just different. Women have more beauty in this life than a man. Like, there's more attractive women than attractive men, in my personal opinion. Like, that's what I believe.
It's like the body, it's the face.
There's
the
more
features.
to notice about a woman in check mark versus a man. It's
What
like
does
a
that
woman has
have
way
to
more
do with
detail.
it?
A man
It has
can
a lot
be
to do with it 'cause
scrawny
her body,
and skinny.
her
He can
physicality is
have the most
completely
beautiful
different
girl.
than a man's physicality.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What's
He
not
doesn't
making
have
sense?
to be fit. He doesn't have to be fit to have a beautiful
Okay,
girl.
so just to be clear, all women should view themselves as 10s, but not all men should view themselves as 10s?
I didn't say that. The men should, men
Even a
and
guy-
women should
so-
see,
so a
see
guy
themselves
who's
for
mid,
what they truly
should
believe.
Should a guy who is mid think he's a 10?
Guys who are mid do think they're 10s.
No, that's not the question. Should they think they're 10?
They already do, so it
No,
doesn't
they
make a
don't.
difference what I say.
No, they don't.
They do.
Wait, do you guys agree?
They don't.
Is this just a one thing? Like, is this just us?
No, it's not one
Hold
thing.
on.
I do have one quick follow-up question before we move on. And this is specifically to you, Italia. Just a very simple question. Can you get very close to the mic so I can actually hear your answer? Okay. How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
Sassy.
Okay. And then over to your twin, how would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast this morning?
I would say just weak, like, like Aggie.
Okay.
Yeah, the voices don't need that. I didn't have.
Also fair.
So I'm trying. Where did
What
I?
kind of question was that?
Where did I? Oh, okay. So
It's a dumbass meme. It's just fun to do every once in a while for no particularly good reason. There are people who have trouble engaging in hypotheticals. This meme, which by the way means nothing. There's no scientific backing. Total meme. But it is interesting many times when I engage with people who can't engage in hypotheticals. If I ask them, how would you feel if you hadn't eaten breakfast this morning? What they end up saying is, but I did eat breakfast this morning, which is, that's what the meme claims
So I passed the
they
test.
would say. No, you didn't say that.
Oh, so wait, so I passed though. That means I'm not delusional?
Yes.
Oh,
well,
great.
no. It means
Thank
you can engage
No, you
in
just
a
said it. You just
hypothetical.
said it. I didn't hear you more.
No,
You said it. You said it.
stop.
It's okay.
It means you can engage in a hypothetical, but you're still fucking delusional. I mean, this whole take is completely delusional. It makes no sense whatsoever.
So we were talking about mid dudes thinking they're tens.
I
What's
feel like everyone would agree with that.
Would anyone like to chime
that a
in?
thing?
Does anyone want to chime in?
yeah?
This
So
conversation?
so you think that that's wrong, right? You don't think that's wrong?
Shoot, I don't know.
You don't think it's wrong?
What's wrong?
If a mid guy thinks he's a 10.
I don't think that's wrong. Like, what's wrong with that?
Do you think it would indicate perhaps a lack of modesty or self-awareness?
Self-awareness? He probably thinks he's a 10 not because based off of his looks.
Okay, but it's
He's probably like,
about
oh, I'm a
looks.
10 because I got money.
Okay, it's about looks. If
I
a
don't
guy who was
know.
mid physically, and he was like, my looks, I'm a 10 out of 10 looks.
And he just has, I feel like that's just confidence.
How is it
okay,
confidence?
let's say he has abs. Let's say he's 6 foot, but let's say he has a really big nose. Why should he think that really big nose is ugly?
Hey,
Why should he think that makes him?
hey, that's mean.
How? No, I'm literally saying like
I
people
didn't say
get
anything
nose
about
surgery
your
because they
nose.
don't like their nose. So I'm trying to use something that's insecure point in the face, which is the nose and the
Yeah.
lips. So I'm trying to use this point by saying, why should he feel like his nose is ugly because the community or society wants to say big noses are ugly?
Well,
So it's
because,
all about-
I
it's
can
all about
actually-
mindset,
I'll
like-
answer your question. I think it's a fair question. I think it's because beauty standards are derived from your locality and from other people.
That's
Your
fun.
perspective on beauty. So here, I'll explain. Assume for a second that you grew up in a leper colony and everybody had leprosy. If everybody had leprosy and you had nothing else to compare it to, you might consider some lepers to be beautiful. But let's assume for a second instead that you grew up in a place where there was no lepers and suddenly you saw one for the first time. Go ahead and lie to me and tell me that you wouldn't go, holy fuck, oh God, that's because
Well,
that
why
would
would you
be your
think
reaction.
Why would
right?
you think it's ugly? Why would you be like, oh wow, that's so interesting? Like I've never seen that before.
Because
Intriguing. It's all about
because if
perception
you-
of
for
what
the
you
same,
think of
for the
different
same reason I'm
is.
not delusional enough to believe that you for a second would go, oh, half your face was melted off and your tongue is hanging out this side and I can see your entire jaw and your eye also has been plucked out and you look like the dude from Hellraiser except missing half your face. I think that you're a 10. Come on. Really?
She didn't say that.
I didn't say
She's
that.
never
I hate that you guys
but
like.
that's why. But that's
misuse what
why
I'm
people
saying.
would say no. You don't adhere to the beauty standard. That's why they would do that.
Okay, well that's them. Like that's nothing to do with
Yeah.
us.
So people might think the guy with the big nose is mid because he has a big nose.
All right.
That's all based off society, like what you just said. It's just perception.
So going around the table, do you think you're going to be more physically attractive, better looking in 10 years' time as compared to now?
No.
Definitely.
What about 20 years' time?
Of course.
So you're 20 now.
I'm 20.
So yes to 30, yes to 40,
Yes.
50, 30 years' time.
J-Lo.
50, yes. I stop at 70 because I've seen what my family looks like if they make it to 70.
So you'll be more physically attractive at 40 than you are now at 20.
At 30, I believe I will, but I
No,
didn't
no,
say
no.
I would be more physically attractive at 40. I said I would still think I'm a 10.
Okay, so fine. You can still think you'll be a 10 at 40, but comparatively speaking, do you think you will be more physically attractive at 30 than you are now at 20?
Yes.
Okay, 40
do.
then versus 20.
40, no. I think
But
30
40 to
would
30.
be I think 30 would be the greatest one. Like that, I feel like I would like my looks most at 30. I feel like my brain and my body would be fully developed, and I would like that one.
Okay, so, but not at 40 then.
I think I would still be beautiful,
That's not
more
what I'm asking.
beautiful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about you? Will you be more physically attractive in 10 years than you are now?
I would hope so, but
Well, you're 40 now, so will you be more physically attractive at 50?
I'm definitely a lot more attractive than when I was in my 30s.
So okay, that's another question. Are you more attractive now at 40 than you were at 30?
I feel like, yeah, because with all the surgeries that I had going on, I didn't really work. I worked out on and off, but my face has stayed the same. I think the body has fluctuated up and down, but I love my face, and like I'm seasoned more so now than I was.
Do you think you were you're more physically attractive now than you were at 20?
No, I like my body a lot more 20s.
Okay. All right. And you said in 10 years, yes to 50.
I would hope so,
What about
but-
60?
I mean, realistically, no, but I have a fear of getting old, so I'm like, I keep thinking
Sure.
in my head, I'm still 27,
Yeah.
so we'll
And also, just going back to you, you're 36. Do you think you're better looking at 26 than you are now at 36?
I feel like I had a very tacky style. I was so no, but if I
Well,
had
the
different
style would have been
yeah.
like time appropriate
right
10 years ago,
right. I mean, so I don't think anybody just because of skin quality. I'm big on skin quality. Unfortunately, I don't think skin quality gets better with age.
Right.
So I think the reality is after 30, things just start changing for the
Sure.
worse.
Going
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Brian. I did want to interject just briefly because usually there's a follow-up we have at the ratings. After we get all of your answers, this type of thing, I was wondering, for the 10 twins in the back, and for the rest of the women on the panel, of course, if you were to have the same question directed at you, 1,000 men are rating the girl next to you, what do you think that they would rate them?
A 10.
10.
Yeah, I think she's a beautiful woman.
Can you guys just very quickly raise your hands if it's a 10? If you think 1,000 men who were rating the girl next to you, do you
Maybe
think
9.
that they would say it's a 10? Just raise your hand so I know.
Wait, what if it's a 9? Can it be average, like
A high
Yeah,
score.
9 or 10.
High score.
9 or 10. Either one's fine.
8 to 10.
Yeah, high score.
If it's 8 to 10,
Okay, you know what? Even 8 to 10 is fine. Just raise your hand if it's an 8 for 10.
Score.
8 out of 10 that they would rate the woman next to you.
I would rate.
Yeah, okay.
Will you be better looking in 10 years than you are now?
I think that my prime would probably be my 30s. But
So
over
you'll-
that,
okay,
like 40s
so-
and stuff, I really
Well,
don't
you're
know.
24, so will you be? Do you think you'll be better looking at 34 than you are now?
Yeah, I do think that.
What about 44?
I would only hope so, but I don't know. I really don't know.
You don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so for you,
I'm saying no. I don't think so. I think youth
To
is
34?
more beautiful. Yeah.
wait. So
Well,
okay.
I just think youth in general is more beautiful. Like
Okay,
the
so you're
younger
better
you are.
looking now
Yeah,
at
the
24
younger
than you
are,
will be at
would be-
34.
Yeah. I'm also about skin, like she said.
Okay.
Skin.
And then for you, better looking at 29 versus now at 19.
No.
No? Okay. And then for you, better looking at 32 as compared to now at 22.
Better looking now.
Okay. What about you? Better looking at 37 versus 27.
Better looking now.
Liz, better looking at 35 versus 25.
Better looking now.
Okay. All right. So a couple of you said yes, better looking in 10 years. Thought that was an interesting one. Little out there, but
I
so-
did have a brief question. I was just wondering to the gal who has Italia on the shirt. Can you just tell me your favorite song?
I don't have one.
If you had to pick one.
I don't know. You put it on the spot. I don't know.
Yeah, well, how about your top 2?
What?
Just name a
Top
song
2
you
songs.
really like.
Oh, I can't think. Right
Just
now.
any song you really like.
I do like Spanish music. I like Bala de la Sol by Peso Pluma. That's my side
And what,
man, you know.
and what about your twin?
I think her favorite song would probably, I don't know.
It's an Arabic song.
What is it? Oh, what is it? I don't know.
I don't know the name. I just know the song on SoundCloud.
No. Isn't listening to music haram?
Like I just, not in this, music is haram. Yes, music is haram.
Listening to music haram?
Music is haram, but there's no choice but to hear music.
There's
Everywhere
no
you
choice,
go.
really.
When you're out on the street, there is music being played. Everywhere you go, there's music. There's no
I want to say
escaping
this.
that.
When it comes to haram and halal in this modern day and age, because we're not living in the 18th century, it's if someone listens to more music than they do holy verses, then that would be considered haram.
Yeah. It's not the same. It's
I
not
see.
The same. We have iPhones.
So I just want to make sure you guys would never lie to me, right? You don't listen to
need to lie to you.
music, right?
I don't care who judges me. I don't have to be perfect. Islam isn't about
No,
I
that's
have
fine.
to be a perfect Muslim. No, I just have to be the best I can.
I just want to make sure I'm correct. You're not doing haram and listening to music, right?
I wouldn't say so because I would say I would have an equal amount of I listen to.
But I do say music is not like the best of things. But I would say
listen to
I would
more
honestly I
verses
can't
than
say
music.
that because I would just say I personally I do listen to music. Who
Yeah.
doesn't listen to music? But I don't listen to it frequently. I don't listen to it frequently.
Every day we would play a verse of the Quran. Every day that's being played. Music.
Yeah,
not
but you're
When I go
but
out,
do
I'll listen to
you-
music.
do you
I don't listen to music when I'm at
Do you
home.
bump it in your apartment? Come on, do you bump it?
No,
Are
but
you
when I go
having a good
outside, I do
time
listen to
listening
music in the
those
car.
tunes?
Like I do listen to music, but in my tradition, how I was raised, I never listened to music in the home. So I don't
in the
practice
home,
that.
in the home, it's like a
I got to move it
sanctuary
on from
piece.
this.
All right. I was just wondering.
want to move on.
But music is haram, right? I just want to make sure that's clear. It is haram.
He's so annoying.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Is it awful that you have to confront your own
I'm
cognitive
totally
dissonance?
fine
Is music
with
haram?
saying that.
No, I wouldn't say so. Not in this modern day and age.
Yes, I would say it is haram, but to a
depends
degree.
on how
And
much
she
you
would say it
listen
is
to
haram.
it.
Can you guys even agree on if it's haram or not?
I would say to a degree. It's haram,
To a
but
degree.
I think I overall said that her first answer was what I agree with
I feel like
Okay.
I've yet to hear a yes or no from you two.
because the questions aren't.
Well,
based
that's
off of
an
yes or no.
impossibility, seemingly.
See, they out to get us. You can't just say yes or no.
Okay, so to kind of wrap it up here on the whole rating yourself thing. So I actually think it's more important for women to have a accurate self-assessment of their own physical attractiveness as compared to men, something we talk about almost every single show. And here's the reason why. So if I'm a man and I'm delusional and I think I
bet those glasses make you see better.